It's great to see you, Glenn. My main question is why? A Republican has not won since, what, 2012, 2009 maybe? And the economy of Virginia is starting to boom. The unemployment rate is lower than the national average. The government has given $4 billion of aid. Revenues are improving. Why do you think you have a shot?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And why is because I don't think that Virginia is, in fact, booming. And as of last summer, I was so frustrated with what I saw the leadership in Virginia, the McAuliffe-Northam back-to-back administrations leading Virginia absolutely into the ditch. And one of the biggest challenges that we have is right now, while the rest of the country is actually seeing job recovery, Virginia isn't. We've only recovered 45% of the jobs that were lost as of last week that were lost during the pandemic. And states like Texas have seen 80% of the jobs, in fact, recovered. And so it is this, in fact, challenge that I think Virginians are suffering from. We've watched over the course of the last 8 years where our competitive states in Tennessee and North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and even Maryland's economies have grown faster than Virginia. And particularly the ones to the south of us have created many, many more jobs than in Virginia. And so I was frustrated with what I saw happening in Virginia. And I was also frustrated that the Republican Party has indeed not won since 2009. And so I felt that there was a very different way to do this because there's a different kind of candidate. I'm a business guy. I'm not a politician. And I actually have a different view about what good looks like and what great looks like. And I think Virginia is neither good nor great right now, and it should be. And I also have a different view about how to run. And we had a great campaign that we ran for the nomination, which we won last week. Now we're running statewide. We hope to win, or in fact, expect to win statewide against really career politicians who are going to bring the same kind of answers that have failed Virginia historically. So that's why I'm running, and that's what Virginians want.
All right, well, let's talk jobs for a moment, since that is part of your platform, and clearly you're a business guy. A number of states, including Texas, Oklahoma, Indiana, are now withdrawing from the bump up in unemployment benefits, that extra $300 that people who are unemployed get. And also, they're withdrawing from giving it to freelancers, part-timers, the pandemic-related unemployment, because they say there are enough openings and they want to incentivize people to get back to work. Is that something, as governor, you would do as well?
Well, one of the things I'm actually doing now is traveling around Virginia and speaking to employers. And what I'm finding is that the jobs have not come back as fast in Virginia because of our Democrat leadership. And sadly, our state has continued to be closed much longer than it ever needed to be. Let's just remind everybody that in March, Virginia was ranked 50th in freedom. And I'm going to say that again. We were ranked 50th. Our schools continued to have limited in-classroom education. In fact, remember, Florida has been teaching 5 days a week in the classroom since last August. And as of a few weeks ago, Virginia was still 70% partially or fully closed to in-classroom education. We've had our businesses continue to be restricted. We've had restrictions on gatherings. And so the challenge that we have in Virginia right now is that our Democrat leadership has continued to restrict the opening up of our economy. And so I wouldn't want to pull the rug out from anybody, but I also think we should incentivize people to go back to work. And so I'm still listening to employers and visiting with employees and understanding exactly what the opportunities are. But number one thing here is to get Virginia open and get the economy moving so that these jobs that have not come back, in fact, will come back so that people have a chance to take.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.